with the season underway. To Vladdy and Sergei Monatsakanov watching back home. Our thoughts and those of your teammates are with you. Right away, Don Koharski has wasted no time in calling the very first penalty of this season, and it's coming up against German Titov of the Calgary Flames.
Now
12 seconds, Mick.
We should tell the folks right out of the gate here that throughout the exhibition season, the NHL, led by Gary Bettman, sent out different notices. They had telephone conversations and said, look, we want to see the obstruction interference called like it was back in '95. One of the reasons that Mario Lemieux retired was because of obstruction interference not going away. So they've called everything in sight in the first couple of weeks with exhibition seasons, and I don't know what they've called here, but I wouldn't be surprised with the same thing.
Yep.
They don't say obstruction, but it'd be holding, hooking, that type of stuff.
There's Murphy. Tried to get one through and sent back down the ice by the Calgary Flames. Andrew Castles.
They're pretty adamant about making the calls, Ken. If they're successful in that and the players can get acclimated and change quickly to it, it'll be advantage hockey fan. 100%.
Brendan Shanahan stopping up along the near board. Lidstrom back for Murphy. His shot through. That was knocked down by James Patrick. Along the near board, Shanahan trying to kick it. Gets it to Igor Lariano. Pass LaPointe. Back it comes to Lidstrom. Sent one in, but knocked down, and Calgary is able to clear James Patrick. Getting it back down the ice. The 34-year-old assistant captain and probably future captain of this Flames team. In across the line, that's Kozlov. Around back of the net, taken by Tabaracci in a nice play. Albaline around the boards, off Lidstrom, and back come the Flames and out to center, killing off this penalty. Long shot in by Jerome McGinley, a runner-up for Rookie of the Year last season. And a stoppage in play held by Chris Osgood.
Now the Red Wings are an experienced bunch coming off that Stanley Cup last year. We talked at the top of the show, not a lot of changes. Darren McCarty had the cup-winning goal against the Flyers. He's been working on his one-timer with Brendan Shanahan, who learned it from Brett Hull in St. Louis. And McCarty should have a bang-up year. He and I think Marty LaPointe and Darren McCarty look to have big years for Scotty Bowman.
Darren McCarty with 19 goals last season, 49 points, figuring he can better that. Tied for first with Doug Brown in preseason scoring on the Wings with 6 points. There's the man we just mentioned, Doug Brown. Moved it ahead, Fetisov. Off the skate and onto the stick. Kozlov ridden hard into the boards by Jerome McGinley. He laid on the first hard hit of his 97-98 season, sent back down the ice by Calgary. Brought in across the line, McCarty drops one back. Kozlov off the Browns, got that good low shot, and a nice save made by Rick Tabaracci, kicking that away. Fetisov got it in back of the net. Yzerman had it go over his stick. There's Brown to play it in deep. Into the slot for Brown. Shoots, scores!
Yes, Dougie Brown.
Doug Brown, the first goal of this season for the Red Wings, and they lead it 1-0.
Boy, Doug Brown continues to be hotter than a firecracker. He had 4 goals or 5 goals in preseason, rather. In the right place at the right time, all the time. And this one kind of a broken play, jumped over a stick in the corner, but set up nicely back to the point, and then back in front. There's Kozlov to Brown. He tees it up. Boom. Nice quick shot. Not a hard one. And that's why Tabaracci went down. He stands up. He probably makes the stop. And Brown opens the season for the Red Wings. 1-0.
1:54 in. Detroit scores on the power play.
Here we go. Look who's out here now. Keep an eye on these guys. Big McCarthy, 15. Big Peluso, number 8. And Dennis, or Bejan, number 57. Look out. He runs at Joe Pulser. There's going to be some trouble here tonight, gang.
Steve Bejan is a Sutter type. Matthew Barnaby's his favorite player, Mick. That's all you have to know about Steve Bejan.
Keep your head up. But Bejan doesn't know. Joe Koser's got a jackhammer. It's never been equal. And if he may feel it, he's not going to like it.
McCarthy hits Ward. He knows how to handle the hits himself. Brown from Kozlov at 1:54, the scoring play. That's a power play goal for Detroit.
Red Wings, Kenny, are expecting a hard-hitting game. The Flames here yesterday in the paper highlighted McCarthy and Peluso as the gunslingers, and I'm not sure what that tells you, but they're looking for a hard-hitting slam-bang outfit. Offside right at the Detroit line. Better keep your head up, and Scotty Bowman said, hopefully we got a good referee. If they're going to run like that, anticipate playing like that. They're calling them lethal weapons here in the paper, so. Kosher playing the puck out. Here comes Bejan from the blind side, knocks Kosher down. He's 5'10". Likes to mix it up, Bejan.
And opposite Matthew Dandino on the far side. Marty McInnes out there along with Michael Nylander. And number 7, Chris Dingman, another big one, 6'4", 247 pounds. He just hit Slava Fetisov in the corner. They call him the Hammer.
247.
Tabaracci moves it ahead for Marty McInnes, who came over from the Islanders in the deal for Robert Reichel. Sent in deep. Here comes the Hammer, Chris Dingman into the corner. Pusher seals him into the end boards. Fetisov picks up that loose puck. Here's Knuble on the near side, picking it up. Knuble up with Eisenman, who takes the pass from him. Knuble goes to the front of the net, now in behind. Michael Nylander turns and sends one back into his own zone. Flames just clear it out to center. They make changes. Fetisov spots that, moves it ahead to Jamie Pusher. Long shot in wide of the net. Brendan Shanahan backhands one in, but not deep. And the Flames, Patrick moves it down ice. Chris Osgood sees it will be icing. Larry Murphy will get there first. And the faceoff will come back into the Calgary zone.
Hello out there. We're on the air. It's hockey night tonight.
Hockey night it is. Opening night. Big time of the year, isn't it? Baseball still going on. Football just getting going. Hockey starting up.
Cunningham back here at the Saddle Dome in Calgary. Glad you're along for opening night on UPN 50, and the Red Wings got out in front. Just 154 into this season. Doug Brown from Kozlov looking for more. Here's Shanahan. That shot blocked side of the net. Larionov looking for it. Shanahan into the point, knocked away by Titov. And of course it was Titov who was in the box when the Red Wings got that power play goal.
Comes Ward with a big hit on Titov.
He got him at center ice, sent down, and another icing, and we've seen some good hits throwing tonight so far.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, you want to go with Braun, you go, yeah, McCarthy and Bejan and Peluso, starting up with Calgary, and then you got Kosher, LaPointe, Pusher, Ward, Shanahan for Detroit. This one could end up in being a real Donnybrook before it's all over, because they're really pushing the toughness here with this Calgary team, and I don't think it's going to take too long before we see an example of it through this one.
Larionov at center against Andrew Castles, who's up front along with German Titov. You saw his numbers, and Theron Fleury. Castles hopefully will do wonders for Fleury this season, being that left-handed shot with Fleury off on the right side. Theron Fleury had his best season playing with Doug Gilmour, who was a left-hand shot. Fleury had 51 goals back in '92. Here's Titov across the line, goes wide on Murphy, who got a piece of him and deflected that shot into the corner. Looking for it, back of the net, came out front. There's Titov trying to wheel around, but Murphy stayed with him and kept him from getting a shot. But now we'll get one through, deflected in front. Castles knocked down by Lidstrom. Penalty coming up to Detroit, we believe.
That clear. Larionov went to get it, miscued on it, thought he had it going out, and the Flames kept it in, and Lidstrom, I believe, is going to go for a cross-check here. 4 minutes and 50 seconds in as the scramble ensues around Osgood in the crease. There it is right there, a little shove. Don Koharski there to look at it. Not much of a tap, but nevertheless. Be a new telestrator here tonight. I'm afraid to try it.
Go ahead, Mick. Show us your artistic talents.
This takes a little more than artistic talent.
Just don't draw an Aussie's face, okay?
Like literally drawing in Calgary and hoping it comes out right back in Michigan. Like Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah. But on here you can do circles. All right, so it's a Calgary Flames power play. That's how the Wings got their goal with a 1-0 lead. Michael Nylander against Chris Draper. On the draw, Draper tying up Nylander, wins it to the corner, right off the face-off. Sent out and into the seats.
Oh, we got a face-off. Another play?
Yep.
Stick forward, so
he fired it out. So they'll do it all over again in the same spot to the right of Chris Osgood. Talk about guys beefing up. Aaron Ward beefed up over the offseason. He put on 12 pounds.
He's known for his hitting. He'll Radley up if he gets a chance, but that's good skating ability. Ken got him in all playoff games last year.
So it's Nylander, Iginla, Dingman up front for Calgary. Draw one by the Red Wings, can't clear. Patrick, his shot into the corner. That's Dingman. He took a hard hit into the end boards by Aaron Ward, who sent him flying. And Dingman gave Ward a little bit of a shot. Iginla looks back to the point. Red Wings set up that box. Patrick now to Stillman. Stillman feeds it into the corner. Dingman in there. Nylander back in the net along with Iginla. Ward looking to check in. High slot. Nice play by McCarty to tie up Iginla. And with that, Ward is able to clear it out and down. The speedy Draper didn't give Stillman any time. Dingman sent one back. Brent Gilchrist out there now. Nylander fed one through off the skate of Iginla, but carries on. Gilchrist gets back with some help from Fetisov. Still the Wings can't clear. Nylander into the corner. Fetisov trying to punch that puck ahead to Gilchrist. He does. Gilchrist got a whack at it. Yzerman can't clear on a bouncing puck. Having some problems getting it out. Loose. Yzerman gobbles it up. He'll spot an opening and clear.
Stillman turned his back too quickly. If he doesn't turn around, Yzerman's got a difficult decision to make, but he recognized it, and it's a 15-year move.
There was, and Stillman, just a read. One of the younger ones playing the point in the power play and normally a forward. With 38 seconds left in the penalty to Lidstrom. 1-0 Detroit lead. 13:48 to go first period.
Papa Bear comes back for one more. It was, well, he played 14 years for Central Red Army, and this is his 9th year over here in the NHL after being brought over by New Jersey back in '83. Spent 5.5 years there, so 23 years as a professional hockey player for all purposes. Slava Fetisov, he's just happy to be back.
And after tonight, just 11 games away from 500 in his career. Stolen inside the line. Kozlov shooting, and that's stopped by Rick Tabaracci, who leaves it for Theron Fleury. Gets it ahead for Andrew Castles. Good left wing pass to Zarley Zalapski, who can move. Got it to Titov. Titov to Fleury, and Castles just missed on the deflection. Some tic-tac-toe passing by the Calgary Flames. Lidstrom standing up in the box. 5 seconds left in his minor penalty. 1-0 Red Wings and a power play goal to open this season from Doug Brown. Here's Fleury, left wing to Titov. Tried to feed one through for Castles. He couldn't, and he's boxed out of the play. And Larionov will carry out. Looks for Shanahan and hits him, but can't split the D as Zalapski got back. Firing it off the leg, and that hurt.
No kidding.
Don Henderson get that on the far side.
Congratulations, you're off to a wheel and deal in the first intermission. Jesse Sun on game page for the answer to sports trivia.
Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond back here in the booth. The Saddle Dome, it's the Red Wings leading Calgary 1-0. Murphy gets one back. Not supposed to play music when the play's on in buildings. They must be forgetting here. Tabaracci played it up the boards. It came out the center. And turning with it is Bob Rouse. Cross ice for his defense partner Aaron Ward. A return feed for Rouse. That one off LaPointe. The puck rolling into the Calgary zone. Larionov giving chase against Patrick, who moved that puck ahead to number 57, Steve Bejan. Sandy McCarthy. He's turned around. Up there along with Mike Peluso.
Look out.
Kozlov. He's hit by Bejan, who's laid on the body a few times. Gets the Flames fans excited here. The trashing triplets. One shot in. Tabaracci can't find it off the stick of Ward, but a good low shot. And Rick Tabaracci able to hang on.
When you're a hockey player and you know you've got some guys that are running around whacking and hacking and they want to get you with your head down, you got to be aware of that every time you're on the ice and don't have your back to the play. Aaron Ward with a 55-foot blast that Tabaracci had trouble finding. He knew it hit him, and that's all he knew. Where it went.
Yzerman, Kozlov, McCarty, Murphy, and Lidstrom right off the draw. Murphy waits, gets that shot, but it was a bouncing puck that hit a leg. On it again, sends one through. Nice deflection in front. That off the stick of Yzerman. Puck comes around on the near side. Dingman is on it for Calgary. And the Flames able to get it out. Nylander moving it ahead and takes the drop pass. Now backhands one in. But Detroit will set up back of their own goal. Moved up and out to center. Yzerman looked for Darren McCarty, but it was knocked down, and Dingman will clear one back into Detroit territory. Now Yzerman wheeling away. Feeds that pass ahead off the stick of Gilchrist. Tommy Alberline, number 5 for the Flames, able to get it out to center. Fetisov's pass knocked down by Nylander, assigned for the Flames to change, and the Red Wings do likewise.
Detroit got their head up pretty good here. Flames are trying to rush the play, but Detroit's moving the puck very quickly and precisely. And this will be icing here against the Red Wings. 10:59 to go in the first. They lead it 1-0. But that experience and communication, you cannot replace that in a hockey player. Detroit right now doing all of that and really making the Flames just run around, wasting a lot of energy.
Mentioned Chris Osgood with the second best winning percentage all time, behind only Ken Dryden. 8-4-3 lifetime versus the Calgary Flames. And his next victory will be the 100th of his career. Hoping it comes tonight.
Well, he's tutored under Mike Vernon for 3 years now, and I think he's ready to take the #1 load and the responsibility that comes with it. More than likely, he's going to play, given they're healthy, both of them, 60 games for Osgood and probably 20 for Hodgson.
Some good pressure by Calgary. Marty Murray waiting for the puck to come free. Corey Stillman, 23-year-old. Murray digging at it. Got it into the corner. Now Stillman digs it free. Quick legs. Backhand shot. Osgood followed him across and didn't give him much to shoot at, and Stillman couldn't lift it up high. Again left. Working hard along the near boards. Joe Koser has him all sealed up as we check in with Tim Sword. Red Wings, 25-year-old. Castles, Fleury, T-top. Up front for Calgary. Back of the goal, Theron Fleury, who led the Flames last season with 67 points. Not a bad year, not that you know it by the fans booing him here in Calgary, and that's why Theron Fleury took off the sea. Just had enough and wants less of the pressure and play his own game. Castles moving it in. Red Wings take over and will clear.
See Murphy take that little cheat over the right shoulder. He knew there was nobody there, so he just turned and made an easy clear. That's 18 years experience.
Here's Knuble. Gets one back of the net. Brown, the goal scorer tonight, knocks one behind the goal for Knuble. Had it go off his stick. And German T-top on the left wing side brings it to center for the Flames. Drops one back for Theron Fleury as Calgary changes. Murphy, cross ice for Nicholas Lidstrom. Return feed for Murphy. That pass to Knuble, read by Todd Simpson, but got back to check Knuble, who moves one into the Calgary end as the Red Wings change it up. Dingman took a bump from Ward on the way into the zone. Off the high glass, past Simpson and out. A race for the puck. Here comes Larionov with LaPointe and Shanahan. Larionov, Shanahan. What a great save to keep it just 1-0 Detroit. Shanahan looked like he had that one labeled.
By the Flames defense, there's only one guy back, and he didn't go for it. Larionov picked it up. Perfect backhand pass. Shanahan's cocked and ready to go. And Tabaracci, with the speed of the pass, being a little bit on the slow side, had time to move to his right, throw those pads, and make the save. That is a big one to keep it 1-0. Look at that. Nicely done, guys. Rick Tabaracci.
In his 8th season, the 28-year-old, right off the draw. Ward into the corner. Out there on defense along with Bob Rouse. Back of the goal, and then the puck held up, so we'll have another face-off as the puck went underneath the net. There's Todd Simpson mixing it up with LaPointe.
Point's another one. A good goal if you're in the mood for it. He's really beefed up his upper body strength. 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
17-14.
No, 17-13, 9 and 5. Play just back underway as it rolls into Red Wing territory. Yzerman off the boards and out to center. Patrick Todd Simpson on defense for Calgary. Patrick ahead for Dingman. Intercepted by the veteran Fetisov, who moves one back in. Turning with it, Michael Nylander, who spent last year in Switzerland. Now to return to the Flames. And they'll need his deft scoring touch, because the Flames lacked offense last season. Dingman puts a hit on Jamie Pusher, who went down. Back of the goal, Marty McInnes tries to center. Fetisov had him sealed to the end boards. Nylander turning out front into the high slot. Back to the point it goes. Nylander still tying up Larionov, but the puck rolls through to Pusher out to LaPointe. Calgary changing. Pusher sent one back to the Flames line. Zarley Zalapski, number 33, moves one ahead for Steve Bégin. The 19-year-old got it in deep. Detroit out to the line, but not out. Kozlov can't clear on a second attempt. He'll get it out. Off the boards, back into wing territory.
Come the bangers again, the Thrashers. Look out.
Hit put on there by Cale Hulse. He can go with the best of them too. McCarthy gave it up, but the Red Wings were offside at the Calgary blue line. And Calgary is certainly a bigger team, one of the NHL's biggest, and that acquisition, they had Sandy McCarthy, 25-year-old in his 5th season, a big part of it.
Well, you don't win with size and toughness. You win with talent. Size and toughness are nice to have. You got to be able to play the game.
He had 58 penalty minutes in 7 preseason games. Sandy McCarthy. But he's hoping the addition of Mike Peluso is just taking a seat right there, picked up from the Rangers on waivers, who they got for the acquisition of Larry Flo moving to St. Louis. That the acquisition of Peluso will allow McCarthy maybe to get some points on the board. He used to do that in junior.
Yeah, Peluso was on the crash line with Folik and Guerin in New Jersey in their '95 Stanley Cup. So, I mean, it's not like these guys are complete strangers to the offensive zone.
Here's McCarty. Got one back. That was tipped away. And out to center come the Flames. Left wing side for Corey Stillman. Stillman up there along with Marty Murray. And it comes back to center. Zalapski. Sent one back for Hulse. It rolls into Detroit territory. Bob Rouse, first man on it. Around the boards, partially knocked down. Kozlov went after it. And Aaron Ward will flip it back the rest of the way. 6:50 to go. Opening period of this 97-98 NHL season, live here on UPN 50. The Red Wings leading 1-0. Right wing for Murphy. Clips a high one into the Flame zone. Puck came down for Derek Morris. One of a number of rookies in this Calgary lineup tonight. Theron Fleury, he's dropped at center by Gilchrist, and that's being called by referee Don Koharski.
You didn't like that call, did you, Mick? No, not really. No, that little Fleury had the feet going. Give him credit for that. He bunched through the middle. Gilchrist got a piece of him. You be the judge. You be the referee. See what happens here. Here's the errant pass right there. Now the foot was out. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, it's easy on a second look, isn't it?
Oh, boy, look around. Way up at the top. Woo, baby.
Well, the 10th season for Theron Fleury. Brett Gilchrist in the box. Free agent acquisition from Dallas. So Calgary working with the man advantage, trying to tie up this game at 1. Patrick and Simpson back on the points for the Flames. Andrew Castles, number 21 for Calgary, left it there. Simpson has to go and get it. Some good forechecking by Chris Draper, forced him back. Draper goes off. Steve Yzerman takes his place up front along with Doug Brown. Lidstrom and Murphy man the points to kill off this Flames power play. Off the skate of T-Top, splits the seam. Couldn't get the shot. Nice play by Lidstrom to get back and knock it into the corner. Simpson, he couldn't get it deep, and the Red Wings clear.
And again, Nicholas Lidstrom shows you how effective he can be in unspectacular fashion. I mean, he just very, very easily makes it look so easy. Just there all the time. And most of the time, he does it without taking a penalty, breaking up plays like that.
Jamie Pusher clears at the center. T-Top. He'll turn back with it to Zarley Zalapski. Zalapski leaves it for Theron Fleury. Fleury being hounded by Kozlov. Got it back of the net. Read perfectly by Fetisov. Keeping it in at the point is Derek Morris. Around it comes for Theron Fleury. Zalapski got the shot through. Osgood flexing, made that save. Look, he's Fetisov to Draper. Can't clear. Blocked at the point. Kozlov over there to help out. A
Three guys
scrum.
out there.
Now the puck finally came loose. Here's Nylander being whacked at by Kozlov. Got it in deep to Zalapski. Pusher all over him. Great work by Kozlov in to help out. Nice move by Fetisov, but then it's stolen away. Nylander looks to set up. Crowd yelling for him to shoot with time winding down in this power play. Now a shot deflected, and that went wide of the net off the stick of Stillman. Theron Fleury looks to fire it. He does, and that hit a leg in front. Moving in is Derek Morris, the rookie. In front for Stillman. Look at Pusher, just sent him down on the ice in a great defensive play. Penalty is over in Fetisov. Up with Gilchrist, sent through by Lariano. Bouncy puck. As the puck went in there, taken away by Zalapski before it could be tapped home. Roll down to Osgood. He'll keep the play moving. A race for that puck. LaPointe back there against K.O. Hall for the 32 in his second NHL season. Sets up behind Tabaracci. Under 4 minutes to go in the opening period at the Saddledome. It's 1-0 Detroit leading Calgary on the Doug Brown goal. Here's McCarthy's shot. And Sandy McCarthy stopped by the glove of Chris Osgood. 3:47 to go in the first. 1-0 Detroit on UPN 50.
Well, Red Wings lead at 1-0. Almost 2 here. Gilchrist right out of the penalty box. Took a pass from Lariano. And Tabaracci again makes a spectacular stop. Sandy McCarthy can't get it to lay down. He just takes a whack at it. Osgood sharp on the short side with that trapper.
Steve Bejan, Peluso, McCarthy right off the draw. That shot whistle wide off the stick of James Patrick. And out to center. Simpson. Todd Simpson, number 27. An errant pass gobbled up by the wings. Larionov off his skate. Rouse trailing the play up with Shanahan. Looks to him on the left wing side and hits him. Shanahan the return feed, but Simpson got over to knock that one down to Sandy McCarthy. Stick handling through center. Into the right wing corner it goes. Simpson up on the rush for Calgary. Now has that puck. Back to the line. Left it there. Knocked in behind the goal by Patrick. Rouse fighting for it. Just had one hand on his stick. McCarthy came up. He was dumped. Rolls in for Marty McInnes. The former Islander had his stick lifted by Rouse before he could get a shot away. And cleared out to Shanahan. A bouncing puck at center. Darren McCarty will flip one into the Calgary zone, and this will be icing. As it's touched up by Marty Murray. Away, and then Trevor Kidd traded. Rick Tabaracci reacquired. Right off the draw, the shot in, and Osgood saw that one through a crowd.
Osgood's been doing a good job of getting down there and looking for pucks and stuff. Battling. That's why he had a good preseason. He had 2 consecutive shutouts.
Makes his hometown in the offseason in Medicine Hat. Of course, the Red Wings go to Edmonton on Friday. His dad, teacher there, will be at that game.
A lot of the players, Bobby Rouse's dad and brother are here tonight. Joe Kocur's dad is here.
And we'll meet some of them throughout tonight. A penalty coming up to the Red Wings. Holding.
Gilchrist going over. Eisenman's going over probably to get an explanation.
Unless it's Eisenman going in, and
it is the captain. Holding's going to be the call.
Holding the stick.
Yeah. Take a look. We can't. There's Eisenman with the stick.
On Ginla.
Yeah. 3 hands on the stick. If the referee sees it, that's going to draw the call.
It used to be easier when you could cut out the palms.
Yeah, Carl Brewer style.
Yeah. So Jerome McGinley, number 12, the runner-up to Brian Berard for the Calder Trophy last season. McGinley had himself a $500,000 bonus in his contract had he won it, of course, with the cap, but did not get that. Still had 50 points in his rookie season. Acquired from Dallas along with Corey Millen in the Joe Nieuwendyk deal. Of course, Nieuwendyk was a staple here in Calgary, hoping that McGinley can do likewise. Won that draw, and it goes to Patrick. Knocked off his stick. Draper against another speedy character, and Stillman got back. Draper trying to pick his pocket. Look at the work by Draper.
You hear it up here. He was interfered with. He took a two-hander and got away with it.
Puck almost came loose again. Stillman got that pass ahead for Dingman. Would have been icing, but Osgood had little choice but to come out and play it off the glass and out to center. Corey Stillman shooting one in. Osgood leaving it for Lidstrom. He'll just wire it back down the ice with 1:25 to go.
Flames don't have anybody going. They're dumping the puck in, but that's no good unless you got somebody coming up from behind going full speed. Sometimes make too easy clears.
Bill Christian Brown up front for Detroit. Stillman, his pass for Chris Dingman. The rookie didn't work. So Detroit says, here you go. Try again. See if you can get through. Patrick to Stillman. Blocked off. Look at that play. Read perfectly by Brown. And first period here. Doesn't take long for fans to turn on you just a little bit as the season begins. So Darren Fleury. The diminutive but feisty one. Carries through center for Calgary. Hitting the line. Gave it up. Kozlov there and turns it back out. Castles to T-top. Left wing side. His shot went off a leg as he took a hit from Ward. Puck loose, back of the net, dug free by Fleury. Point Salapski. Waited, shot, blocked by Lapointe. Getting over there was Morris to hold it in. Here's T-top. In with Fleury. T-top couldn't get around Osgood on that deke, and the Red Wings able to clear it out.
Interesting play there. Osgood, I think, made the play on T-top.
Derek Morris, number 53, turned back to Zarli Zalapski. He looks rink wide. Another rink wide pass knocked down by Murphy. Yzerman standing up in that box waiting to come out, and now he does. So the Flames 0 for 3 with the man advantage. The Red Wings 1 for 1 with the man advantage, scoring that power play goal from Brown. What a hit!
Oh, Bejan just met number 25. Here comes Peluso. We want McCarty. Look at this. He's grabbed McCarty, dropped the glove. He's going to get a penalty for it. McCarty said, "Oh, what do you want to do?" Now McCarthy with a shove in the back of McCarty.
McCarty's playing it smart, just skating away.
Oh, baby, did Bejan ever get a how do you do to the National Hockey League?
You bet.
Oh, man.
He said he hadn't slept in 4 days, Bejan. He was so nervous about playing. This could put him to sleep. Whoa!
How do you do, baby? You like giving it? Let's give you a little test of taking it. The kid got up and went. That's good.
Well, he's a Brian Sutter type of player.
Oh, man. Isn't that just lovely? Here comes Peluso. Like, what are you doing to my guys? See, this is what they were jawing about in the paper about. Oh, yeah. Now, see, Peluso realized McCarty's not going to go with him, but he's got a penalty for it. And that's the kind of stuff a coach doesn't want to see. One more time. Check your fillings, baby.
Here's how we begin for Bejan.
McCarty got the right leverage on him, and I think a couple of flinches will be in order, but hey, and you give it, you got to take it. They say this young kid can do it both, and he's fighting for a spot on this team. Peluso, he's upset at himself.
So 12 seconds to go in the first. So if the Red Wings don't strike quickly, they'll begin the second. On the power play, they lead here 1-0.
Oh, that's great.
There's some old-time hockey.
Good stuff.
Clears it down. Lidstrom sees the one last shot in. You never know when it bounces, but Tabaracci will clear it out. So the Red Wings first period of the 97-98 season. First period, Darren McCarty threw the body around, as did Aaron Ward, and the Wings got a power play goal out of it from Doug Brown to lead 1-0 and start the second period with the man advantage as well. Simpson. He lays the body on right away.
There's a penalty.
Simpson goes after Lapointe. He's going to get called.
Far too physical.
Roughing.
Marty Lapointe, big, strong, didn't go down. He took a couple of whacks from Simpson, and this again is part of the education process that these players are going to have to learn. You play the game with your skates on and your stick on the ice, not stick up in the air, hacking and whacking and shoving and whacking and pulling people around. That's not hockey, that's roller derby. Not what we want to see.
They say Todd Simpson, though, who just took that penalty, is a future captain of this team. Wearing an A this season, just his second season in the NHL. So Martin Lapointe drew that penalty and helps the Red Wings now with a 2-man advantage. A great opportunity to go up 2-0.
Biggest advantage from seeing calls like this, it's going to make players better players. You got to learn to play this game to compete at this level, and the skill that these guys have got is going to come out. That's why I say advantage. Hockey fans, make the players better players to entertain. That's what it's all about. Get rid of all this hooking and holding and interference and all the garbage in the game.
Great play by Lidstrom to hold it in the zone. Now to Murphy. Lots of room. Feeds off side of the goal. Larionov. Shanahan front of the net. Lapointe. High slot. Larionov looks to Murphy. Now to Lidstrom. Will he shoot? No. Lapointe. Lidstrom now shoots.
Yes.
Scores!
That hit Albalin, I believe, in front of Tabaracci. But to finish through as a thought on what Gibson did, you learn a lot quicker when people make you pay, like the Red Wings just did to Calgary for the very meaningless penalty at the top of the circle inside the faceoff, or outside the faceoff rather. Lidstrom made the play originally by keeping the puck in. Then the Red Wing patience and skill goes to work here. Lidstrom, Murphy, Larionov back in the point. He'll go, and then Lidstrom's going to end up with it. There's Murphy moving in, no shot. Over to Lidstrom, down to Lapointe, back to Lidstrom, boom. I believe it got a piece of Albalin, and Tabaracci has no chance. And it's 2-0 Detroit. 2 power play goals.
And the Red Wings still with the man advantage, because still 1.5 to go on the Simpson penalty. So Detroit up 2-0, 2 power play goals. Detroit 7th best in the NHL last season on the power play, but 3rd best on the road. Here's Lidstrom, another shot, kicked away. Rebound, Shanahan, backhand. Tabaracci stayed with him to make that stop, and Fleury clears. Calgary penalty killing was 17th last season. 9th best though at home. Lidstrom back for Murphy. Off of Yzerman. He goes and gets it. The spinorama move at center. Now fed it through for Darren McCarty, too far. Tabaracci will come out and play it. That negates the icing. Patrick around the boards and out and down the ice. Giving chase, Marty Murray. Around at Fetisov. Put on the brakes. Murray took it away from him. Out to Patrick. And Fetisov carries up ice. Off of Yzerman. Patrick able to send Detroit back. Calgary changing up their penalty killing unit. Hardy, Kozlov, Yzerman up front for the Red Wings. Doug Brown, who opened the scoring, 1:54 in on the power play, carries in. Left it in the corner. Albalin back in the net. Getting a hook from Kozlov, but able to send it back, and this should kill off the remainder of the Simpson minor. But Detroit did damage up. 2 men. Here's Fleury on the backhand, and Osgood kicked that one away. McCarty ties up Titov, and Yzerman will send it off to an open wing. Fetisov hurt behind the play. Slava Fetisov down in the corner. John Wharton making his way over to tend to Fetisov. There was no call on the play from Don Koharski. Let's see how it happened, Mick.
Fetisov he was sort of tripped up underneath, or on top of Darren Fleury actually, and he went in there behind Fleury.
Looked like a harmless enough play.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, there's nothing there. There was a chop, but I don't think that chop was it, though. I think he hurt himself here going in. His right hand is up in behind Fleury's head. That may be it. Yeah, he's already hurt. See, he just went in awkwardly with his arm wrapped around Darren Fleury. So Nelson could have got the wind knocked out of him.
You say Fetisov just 12 games away from 500.
Well, the Stanley Cup for Igor Larionov and Slava Fetisov was just the cap on 2 wonderful, wonderful professional hockey careers. He had won many gold medals in the Olympics, with the Russian national team, and to cap it off with winning the Stanley Cup, the most coveted prize in professional hockey worldwide. Another look at it. I think he just maybe got the wind knocked out. Yeah. Okay. That really was so big to them, and Steve Yzerman knew that, and after Yzerman had that cup, he went right to Fetisov and Larionov together, and the 2 of them held the cup high, and boy, they are so proud and happy to cap great careers with their name on the Stanley Cup.
You notice Fetisov goes into the bench, had the wind knocked out of him, door open, he still hopped over the boards. Didn't take the easy path, not even when he's injured. Fleury had his pass knocked down and it goes up and out of play. So another stoppage in play, and the Flames need this little guy, Theoren Fleury, to have a great year. And as you mentioned, Mick, 67 points last year for Theo. Not a bad season by any stretch, with the fans all over him. He had the Graham James situation to deal with. He was one of those who hired him for the hitman.
Yeah, he had money, or he owns a part of that team that Graham James was coaching, and of course he got put in jail for, I don't know what exactly they called it.
Well, the sexual assaults. Yeah, sexual abuse.
So, yeah, it was too close for comfort for Theoren Fleury, and I'm sure that had part to do with it.
He's the only active Flame from their Cup winner in 1989. Fleury moves it ahead for Castles. Up with Fleury, couldn't get anywhere. Now a break at center. Joe Kocur up with Gilchrist, but the play is offside at that Calgary blue line. As we played 2:55 here in period number 2, and the Red Wings have scored early both periods, both on the power play.
Well, it may be a quiet building here from the Folks standpoint, but they sure play the good C&W here, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yes, sir.
Here's Murphy. Kocur, Draper, Gilchrist up front. Phil Kocur telling me the other day he's never played with a player like Chris Draper, who he is just so much in sync with, just knows where Draper is all the time on the ice. Just he skates so well, Draper, such a tireless worker. Back behind the goal. Cale Hulse sets up for the Flames. Gilchrist up on the forecheck, as is Kocur. Off the boards and down the ice. Aaron Ward back to get it. And icing against Calgary. 16:30 to go. Second period. The Red Wings on 2 power play goals. Lead by a couple. 6. Yzerman won that draw cleanly. Back to Rouse. Deflected in front. Getting over there is Iginla, the man we just mentioned. Dandino on him. Iginla uses that net as a block, and out comes Calgary, and a hit put on center on Marty Murray, who carries on. His pass too far for Iginla.
Another good look where Yzerman was on that play, inside the line, right down the middle in front of the goaltender to make the intercept on the cross ice pass. Calgary's having no luck at all in completing any more than one pass, and especially inside the zone.
The Red Wings are really skating tonight as that rolls in, and Osgood will grab it.
It's defense all the way, and that's the thing that Bob Rouse and his partners depend on their wingers to be back, and the centermen to cover up, and communication a big part of it. But that is the system. You know, last year in the NHL, goal average per game for both teams was about 5.8 and change. The year before it was 6.9 roughly. And I wouldn't be surprised with all the other teams like Pittsburgh trying to shut it down, everybody else, we're going to be lower than 5.8 this year.
You think so? Well, the only difference, though, Mick, is the power plays. If they start calling the obstruction.
Yeah, if they don't, you know, if the players don't get educated real quick and buy in and lay off each other with this obstruction interference stuff, then yeah, that could be the difference. But
127 shutouts last season. That was a record. 209 video reviews, 87 were disallowed, but toward the end of the year, the players caught on, and in the playoffs, just 20 were disallowed in the playoffs.
Some of them in preseason.
Oh, yeah. Round the net. Titov tried to wrap one in. He couldn't. Here's Castles. Looks for Fleury. That was read perfectly. And knocked out by Fetisov to the near side. So he's okay, and that's good to see. Fetisov goes in and gets it. He was bumped. Carrying on. Castles up and off the skate of Larionov. Titov being watched by Larionov. Gave it to Fleury.
Look at the coverage. Look at the coverage right there. There goes Larionov back to pick up the puck easily, and away
Perfect
they go.
play.
Again. Unbelievable.
Here comes Brendan Shanahan. Shanahan to Fetisov. Cross ice pass for LaPointe. Now to Shanahan. Nice behind the back pass to Larionov. Shanahan moves to the front of the net. Larionov saw Lidstrom coming in from the point, but his pass was blocked. Lidstrom ahead for Larionov. Nice feed in for Kozlov. Here's Murphy. Circling the goal, LaPointe at the side of the net, in for Larionov, just out of his reach. Bejan back to cover 2, and Lidstrom will go back and get it. Quick pass up for Kozlov. Nice tip pass. Ahead for McCarty, just out of Yzerman's reach. sealed hard to the end boards by Zalapski, who really laid the body on. And then McCarty gave it right back as he bumped Peluso. At center, McCarty off his skate to Kozlov. One-on-one with Zalapski. Backhand shot. Cabaracci got the glove out, and he hangs on as Zalapski in behind the net, roughing up Kozlov.
Keep your eye on McCarty. He's in the middle of this. And you got Peluso, McCarthy, and Bejan out there.
All the troops are in there.
Kozlov still upset at Zalapski. Rode him rough after riding Yzerman hard in the end boards. McCarthy talking to Yzerman over there. What do you think he's talking to him about? I'm going to belt you.
Saying probably, I wish I could score like you, Steve.
McCarthy played together with Marty Lapointe in Laval for 2 years in junior. And you can see, here's the hit by Zalapski on number 19 right there down in the corner. Then it was Kozlov in back of the net that got rode hard right here. Zalapski's got a hold of the stick too. That's why he was really upset more than anything.
You know who else McCarthy played with back in junior was Gino Ojek.
Yeah.
So you talk about a 1-2 punch, and of course the Wings have more than just a 1-2 punch, guys who can duke it out along with Darren McCarty. But McCarthy and Peluso here, that helps. And McCarthy, when you had Ojek, you take off one, you still got the other to worry about.
If you watch them though, McCarthy rather, is out there with Lapointe on the ice. They know each other pretty well, and he's kind of calm. And that's why Scotty Bowman, if he has a choice, he'll put Lapointe out there with him. And at this point, he doesn't want to go after a guy he played with, and they're pretty friendly. So Brian Sutter's smart, and he is. He'll try to keep that matchup away on the last change.
Marty Murray sent out of the face-off circle. McCarthy in to take this one against Steve Yzerman.
In those days in Laval, Lapointe was getting 70, 80 minutes in penalties. He was just a baby, just a kid, 16, 17. McCarthy was a year or two older, and he was racking up 200 and 300 minutes. So Marty saw firsthand what he did to a lot of guys, but Lapointe's beefed up and wouldn't hesitate to take him on if he had to.
Here's McCarthy in front. Puck came out front. He deflected it, but Osgood down and able to make the save. And the persistent shoving again after the whistle.
Sutter's got Gavey out there playing the middle now. With those two big boys, and try to make a change, and that'll bring a change to the Calgary side as well. Election of the boys. Early second period, we played 6 minutes and 9 seconds here. Detroit on 2 power play goals leads the rebuilding Calgary Flames 2-0. Cabaracci is making his second stint here with the Flames. They dumped Trevor Kidd. Cabaracci spent the year, most of it in Tampa, and he's back with the #1 spot. Rolison will get lots of ice time, a good young goaler as well.
Right out the draw, it comes to Gilchrist. Brent Gilchrist feathers one through, giving chase. Joe Koser against Zalapski. Good closure by Zalapski on Koser. Gilchrist with some help from Draper sent it back of the net. Then Koser gets back in front of Zalapski, gives him no room to move. But the Flames now are able to bring it out. Michael Nylander ran into by Gilchrist, and Gilchrist felt the worst of that. On the far side, that went off the stick of McInnes in front. Dignan the shot. And he almost had his first National Hockey League goal. Koser puts one and out to center ice. Played by Gilchrist to the Calgary line. Michael Nylander has those good legs, feeds it ahead. Zalapski to Nylander. Zalapski shot missed on the stick side of Osgood. And giving chase after it is Marty McInnes.
Look out here.
Here's a break. Here's Gilchrist going after the puck. Tried to feed one through and he couldn't. Comes back to Fetisov. In back of the goal it goes. Lapointe will get chase on Dignan. Put a bump on him and the Flames just lift one to center. Calgary changing. Murphy spots that. And Lapointe just couldn't corral that puck. Zalapski ahead for Stillman. Up with Iginla. Dropped back by McInnes. Stillman shot off the high glass. The big rebound comes all the way back out to center. Patrick cross ice for Simpson. Picked off was his pass for Iginla as Shanahan carries into the zone. Deflected in for Cabaracci, and he'll hang on. 12:15 to go, second period. 2 power play goals have the Wings leading Calgary 2-0 on UPN 50. That was right here a week from tonight on UPN 50.
7:30 is game time, but we'll have a pregame show for you. Well, good stuff starting at 7 o'clock.
Here come the Flames. Patrick in front. Along with Marty Murray. Centered in front. Oh, and that was stopped as Iginla had a terrific opportunity.
That may be their best chance of the hockey game right there.
Jerome Iginla set up. Went to the far side. And just failed to get the Flames on the board. Aaron Ward looks up ice.
Yes,
What a pass to Shanahan to Lariana. In the clear, shoots. Oh, Tabaracci got a piece of that. Centered in front by Lariana. That was knocked away. What heads-up passing by the Red Wings tonight. Lariana picked that one up, and it's offside at the Calgary blue line. We'll have to get another look at that one and how the Red Wings just caught the Flames napping.
And the point with words here after the whistle at center ice. Flames, if they get one chance, nothing sustained at all. Patrick in behind the net sets it up. Does that get through to Osgood? I think it did. He kicked it up with the right pad. Look down there looking for it. And then right up the middle they go. The Flames are caught. It is 3 of them in deep. The defenseman on the wall. They're in a change on the other side. And a great scoring chance by Lariana on the tip from number 14, Shanahan. All the time in the world to tee it up and walk in and boom one down the middle. Tabaracci's been good. But for him, it's probably 5-0.
Some good quality shots from the Red Wings. They've had just 12 at him, but he's had to make some spectacular saves. The sliding stop in that first period. Chris Osgood has faced 9 shots.
A couple of years ago, we were in here in Calgary. I think it may have gotten 1 shot. The total game shots were 8 or 9 or something ridiculous. Unbelievable. May have been that 62-win season in '95.
Yzerman up front with Darren McCarty and Slava Kozlov. Kozlov knocked into the corner. Albaline playing it ahead for Fleury. Lidstrom back to Murphy. That pass out of Kozlov's reach. Almost a giveaway by Derek Morris.
Look at Detroit standing up. Look at this left wing lock. 4 guys across center ice.
T-top
to dump it in.
Ran into 4. You're right. He had nowhere to go.
4 guys. That's what Stillman was talking about with Tim downstairs. They're standing up there at the red line. They don't know what to do about it.
Hulse knocked that down. Then he gets it back. Moved it ahead off of T-top skate. Lidstrom spotting Yzerman, and just out of his reach, Tabaracci will hang on. We have a chance now to check in with Tim Swore, who's standing by with Jamie Pusher's brother.
That's right. I'm in section 224 here at the Saddle Dome, and this is Red Wing heaven. We've got the Osgood family a couple rows up, the Koser family. Right here is Keith Pusher, Jamie's brother. And Keith, you made a 2.5-hour drive here to see Jamie play tonight?
Yeah, our hometown is Lethbridge, about 2.5 hours south of here.
All right, talk to me now. What's the deal? You don't play hockey, you're a basketball player?
No, not very coordinated on the ice. I'm a little more comfortable in the hardwood. Basketball was my sport.
Who would win 1-on-1 out in the driveway between you and Jamie?
I think I'd have the edge.
How about it? Is it true that you've worked on his toughness for this year? He tells me he's tougher this year.
Well, being his big brother,
Nice save right there by Ozzy. Being his big brother, you help him work on getting tougher?
Yeah, I had to keep it in line now and then when he was younger. So.
Check by Tabaracci.
All right, guys, the game's heating up. We'll send it back to you.
Tim, I was thinking you could come up here and do the play-by-play.
Hey, I'll join you in a few minutes.
Ward keeps it in. Back of the goal, centered in front. Tabaracci made another save. Canudo bringing in his goal crease up the fight, set up from Doug Brown. Now back the other way. Nylander feeding one back for McInnes. His shot hit a leg. Nylander back of the goal. Michael Nylander looking for someone to pass to. Fed it off, and Osgood stopped that one. Went over top of the goal. So some great action at both ends. Past the halfway mark in its opening game of the 97-98 season. 2-0 Red Wings. Paluso back to touch it, icing against Detroit. Dejan and Gilchrist mixing it up after the whistle.
Tabaracci got away with a little shot there. You can see the body language, no question about it. He whacked into Dandino. That's something that should be called. Goaltender's out of his crease. He shouldn't be given any special treatment on that. You got to put him in a box like everybody else.
And Tabaracci made the good save on Knuble. And that's just it. If goalies aren't fair game, then they shouldn't be laying on the body themselves.
I've always maintained they should be fair game.
I know you have.
Why not?
Right off the draw. Came back to Morris. He's bumped. Puck squirts free. Back to Sandy McCarthy. Red Wings to the line, but not out.
For this game, they're just trying to rush. Look out. Rush is looking for it. They're coming too late. That'll be icing. And they're running around trying to slam, bang, and thrash. And that's all well and good. You move the puck quickly and you communicate back there. Keep the Louisville up.
Well, Steve Bégin appears to have his senses about him after being knocked silly in the first.
Bégin's a good skater. They talked about that. He finishes the check just in time, or maybe called a charge. But
he's been aggressive since day one of camp, and that's why he made this team. Not expected to, and that's why Brian Sutter liked him.
He's just a young kid, 19 years old still.
First choice.
Val Dor. Been 2 years there in junior. Junior.
Nice flexing save by Osgood. 13th overall was Morris in '96. Or Bégin, rather. Sent out at center. Sandy McCarthy bumping there along with Aaron Ward, who rolls back into the Detroit zone. Rouse playing it off the boards and out to safety.
Greatest play, I swear. Unbelievable.
Goes past Derek Morse, and it's offside again at the Calgary blue line. 8:33 to go in the second. It's Detroit leading Calgary 2-0.
And as a special treat, wings to the loudest fans in their section. So let's make some noise.
Split screen or no? Yeah, okay. I'll just take this for a sec, Mick.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Brian Sutter coached 4 seasons in St. Louis, exceeding Scotty Bowman as the winningest coach in Blues history. Sutter winning Coach of the Year 90-91, but of course when Scotty was with the Blues, he had the expansion teams.
Yeah, they had pretty good hockey clubs too. I played against those clubs twice in the Stanley Cup Finals. Montreal Canadiens. Guys like Al Arbor on defense and Bobby and Barclay Plager.
Yeah.
Glenn Hall in goal. Well, they hit some dandies.
Marty Murray tried to move it ahead, knocked out of the air by Shanahan, but the penalty coming up. Yeah, he's calling a hooking penalty.
Right from the play, it's going to be LaPointe. Again, this would be obstruction hooking, probably. The play's moving up ice, and LaPointe got a piece of the Calgary winger. Pulls him back and gets the call here. 11 minutes, 36 seconds in, period number 2. 2-0 with the champion Red Wings on top here of the Calgary Flames. From all accounts, winning the Stanley Cup has not put big heads on these shoulders at all. They've come into camp set on a real good work ethic, come in good condition, these guys. And the coaches are very happy with the attitude of this hockey team. And Scotty Bowman, in his meeting yesterday, the first thing he talked about was, you know, yes, you won the Stanley Cup, but that's wonderful. It's all great, but this is another year, and you can't rest on that kind of stuff. You got to work hard to get the job done this year. We got to build for April again this year. We'll do our best to do it 2 in a row. There's an offside again. Scotty's way of putting it is like you all contributed to winning the Stanley Cup, but you probably didn't contribute as much as you thought. So in other words, grit it out again, guys.
Scotty Bowman in his 26th season as NHL coach, 5th with Detroit. Winningest coach in history, of course. Most games coached with 7 cups. Toe Blake has 8. He's the first to win with 3 different teams, of course, so you know Scotty wants one more at least. Part of the last who did it back-to-back. Pittsburgh coached the 2nd season of the Penguins run.
He started the same year as I did, 1967-68. He was St. Louis and himself with Montreal, but 31 years ago.
Just under 1.5 to go in this Calgary power play with LaPointe in the box. Red Wings up 2-0. Derek Morris, the rookie, bringing it in, stops up, leaves it in the corner. Castles against Larry Murphy, sends it around to the far board. Zalapsky hit hard by Aaron McCarty. Fleury turning with it. Back to the point. Zalapsky sent one through, blocked by Lidstrom. Murphy on the puck. Zalapsky at the point. Bumped by McCarty. Then Draper over there to help. Look at the effort by Draper to kick it out.
Yeah.
That is back to the play. Turned that skate back and booted it out to center.
Grand Flames got to be very frustrated at their inability to get through for some great scoring chances. Any more than they've had. Detroit's been great.
Morris to Fleury, the shot. Osgood made the save. Bouncing puck. That just rolled wide in the net. Fleury in there against Draper. Came up with the puck. Back to Morris with some room. Winds up. Deflected in front. Knocked down. Puck still loose. Jamming away at it. Finally, Osgood sees it.
Finley on the play as well. I think. Not like he was waving for it, but he already got the Flames in a power play. And
that's just Coho, I think, being Coho.
Remember, Detroit had a 5-on-3 on the Lidstrom goal. Usually they even up.
Nothing coming.
Saw the arm go up, but he was just throwing it towards that far face-off circle.
Well, shove Rouse from behind, but no. Then it rolled through. Osgood able to hang on.
Good chance by Fleury. Right down the middle. Osgood sharp again.
Almost looked like it was knocked down with a high stick by Fleury, although I don't know if that's an oxymoron, a high stick from Fleury.
No kidding. 5'6" he's listed at. He'll argue that he's 5'7". Fire plug boy. Scored 50 goals several years ago. Averaged over 30 a year for 9 years.
40 goals twice. McGinley. Knocked by Aaron Ward. Trying to dig it free. Chris Dingman. One of the bigger players. Back for Zalapsky. His shot went wide in the net. 10 seconds left in this penalty. Look at that hit.
Good hit by Ward. He hurt him too.
Dingman sure did.
He shook him up.
And Dingman 6'4". He's called the hammer, but Ward hammered him. Here's some nails for your hammer.
Will he
pal.
return to favor?
Yes, he does.
Oh, boy.
247 into Aaron Ward, who's about 227. They're two big bodies that'll rattle the inboards. Ward bumped McGinley. And the Red Wings able to get it back to center. The attendance tonight here in Calgary, 17,839 to kick off the season. Ward must be tired by this point, Nick, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, it's a nice thing. He'll get a rest as the crash line comes out for Calgary here. Inside the 6-minute mark, 2-0 Red Wings. In the opener of the 1996-97-98 rather hockey season.
You still want to live in the past, don't you? It was a good year last year.
Wasn't a bad pass.
Yeah, you don't want to forget it.
Here's the hit by Ward. Oh, boom, and he hurt his left arm, and I watch him shaking it. There he goes. Ouch. Geez, that hurts. But he got his chance to give it again. Sees the puck go down, onside. Here's Ward. Oh, baby, I love this. Eyes as big as saucers.
All of a sudden, the legs get a little faster, don't they?
Oh, yeah. It's just hard for me to believe. 247 pounds. My Lord. That's unreal.
Shanahan shaking off a check. Right wing side, got the shot through. Big rebound off the backboards taken by McCarthy. Ahead for Steve Bejan.
Oh, he belted by Pusher.
And Peluso ran his man back to the point. Simpson's shot rolls through. Osgood will hang on. And now there goes McCarthy looking for it.
Oh boy. Now Fetisov took a pop at somebody, probably Bejan. And Koharski saying, you are going to the box. Whoever he's waving at, there's Pusher. He got the leverage like McCarty did on Bejan. Big wide bodies out here tonight, boys.
And only Bejan in the box as of now. Although the Red Wings door not being open, so it's just Bejan. So Detroit's going to head to a power play, and they have 2 power play goals tonight.
And McCarthy's pleading with Koharski. Why are you calling this stuff? I mean, let us play. And Koharski, the veteran, is going to tell him, you play safe, play it fair, physical's fine, and I have no problem with that. And obviously he saw something in that pileup that he didn't like, and will make him pay a price for it. And again, the Red Wings go to the power play. Twice already they've burnt the Flames.
So Koharski says, let's get it going. Nothing. Detroit leading Calgary. Just 5 shots on the power play for the Wings, and they've made 2 count. Nicholas Lidstrom getting the second power play goal from Lapointe and Murphy. 36 seconds into the second period, and Doug Brown opened the scoring just 1:54 into the season from Slava Kozlov. Theron Fleury on the faceoff, controlled by Yzerman, but now they get back control. Moving in quickly on it was Marty Murray. But the Wings will carry out Lidstrom. Stepping across center, wiring one in around to the far side. Came to Kozlov in front of the net. McCarty just missed that bouncing puck. Yzerman goes after it. And finally, Fleury sends it the length of the ice. Stillman got a good jump because he came out of the far door on that Calgary bench on the change. Lidstrom goes cross ice to Kozlov. Takes a look. Tape-to-tape pass for Darren McCarty. Then lost it off his stick. Patrick, the veteran. Around for second-year man Simpson. Can't clear. Murphy's shot. That just went wide. Settles back in the net. Simpson whacking at it, and it's up into the seats.
Keep your head up there, boy. Don't be digging into that popcorn when the play's going on.
And he took it right in the head.
On the noggin.
Among the nearly 18,000 here at the Saddle Dome tonight. Well, you get a puck as a souvenir and a bump. Steve Yzerman in his 15th season. 34 goals away from Mike Bossy and 11th all time.
Mike Bossy had 9 straight 50-goal plus years. Unbelievable, that kid. I think he had his first 50 when he was 21. Bossy. What a record he had. He had to quit because of bad back.
Yeah.
But
you know what that's all about.
Yeah.
Igor Larionov on the draw, kicks it nicely. It's all that soccer. Back for Brown. Fed it through for Larionov. Let the Flames control and send Detroit back with a minute to go in this power play. Fetisov. Methodically. Pass to Brown. Stepping across center, but that was behind Shanahan. Now Stillman winds up. That wasn't even close, but the big rebound comes all the way back into the Calgary zone. On it is Brown against Simpson. In the corner. Larionov digs the puck free. Patiently waits. Back to the point it goes. Shanahan left side. His shot. That was blocked as Stillman got in the way of that.
Oh,
and it goes
that's
up.
a delay of game, isn't it?
Well, they're saying deflection.
Wow. It looked like he made contact and purposely meant to knock it into the stands. He got away with one there.
May have been already on its way over, but
The right side of your screen here. Watch Shanahan and he come together after Larionov sets it up back to the point. Puck ends up on the right side off the block, and their sticks come together. It's up in the air right there. He did knock it over. Koharski decided to let him off the hook.
trying to slam dunk the puck. Yzerman, McCarty, Kozlov, Fetisov to Pusher. Point to Fetisov, far side Pusher.
Good movement.
Kozlov Yzerman high slot. Tried to feather one through to Yzerman. That hit the leg though of Todd Simpson. Puck loose. Kozlov on it. Patrick off the boards, and he'll get it out. And into the Red Wings bench. 3:24 to go, first period. It's Detroit up 2-0.
Detroit, they're old guys and they're young guys, all doing well. Quick movement, precise movement, no hesitation. Pusher and Ward, all doing a really good job. Boy, they're sharp tonight. Another body check by
Tabaracci. This time on Koser, but an open net. Koser couldn't feed it in front for Draper. Gilchrist on it, along with Koser. Koser being watched by Zalapski. He got a piece of him as Koser went down. Zalapski backhands one up the near boards. Draper took his man out of the play, but carrying on his Nylander. Nice drop pass for Hulse. Had to come back for it, though. Cale Hulse goes rink wide, right to Marty McInnes. Rouse took it away from him. Koser in the corner. Wait was bumped by Dingman. Rouse in to help out. Now Koser pushes it around for Ward. And Aaron Ward will backhand one out to center ice. Tommy Albaline won a cup with the Devils back in '95. Cleared it ahead. Hulse on it. And as Calgary was changing, nothing set up for the Flames, and now the Red Wings will dump it back in. Dingman to Hulse. Return feed for Dingman. Puck goes through to Michael Nylander. He's got some moves.
Calgary just nowhere to go. I mean, Detroit standing up even on top of the red line. Inside the Flames side of center ice, and Calgary just can't go anywhere.
Titov stopped in his tracks by Larionov. Murphy waiting as Lapointe was offside. To Lidstrom, the return feed for his defense partner. Martin Lapointe moved it to Larionov.
Look at all the play at center ice. He just clogged right up.
Lapointe, Shanahan in front. Pass just deflected over top of his stick just before it came to him. Morris. Up for Castles. That didn't work. Now Titov will try. Larionov stopping Castles, so Morris will give it a shot. Far side to Simpson. Puck knocked down again. You're right, Nick. Calgary just has nowhere to move.
No. Everything's intercepted, blocked, tipped, deflected.
Fleury got one ahead for McInnes. Off to Murray. Sends one through. Osgood saw that all the way. Even the shots from outside, the Red Wings are letting Chris Osgood see the shots. Nothing hard coming through.
Tough enough for the Flames. They're young. They're inexperienced. They're in a rebuilding mode. Trying to get Fleury back on track, develop some young people, and that's what we talked about at the top of the show, showing you their first 10 games of the first 20. They've got Red Wings 3 times, Colorado 3 times, Philadelphia, the Rangers, Dallas a couple of times. Tough schedule for a team that's trying to get off to a decent start with a lot of young people there to look it up the boards, nowhere to go. Wings stand up. Again, the intercept right here by Larionov, right back inside. Always Red Wings, 5 of them back inside that blue line. That is the game plan. It's worked to perfection so far with 1:05 left in the second period.
Calgary's got to find a way to hit goals throughout this season. Second worst offensively in the NHL last season, just 214 for the Flames.
There's 1 minute
But they
remaining
were
in the
middle of the
second
pack
period.
defensively, 12th, so not bad, but they don't have Trevor Kidd this year. Now it's going to be up to Tabaracci. Fetisov knocked that puck ahead. Nice play by Kozlov to Yzerman, hooked by Fleury on the way into the zone. Came off the backboards, and the Flames will skate it out. Fleury up with Iginla. Fleury turning, turned back to the line. Todd Simpson, though, held the puck in. Into the high slot. That shot from Marty Murray went wide.
Blocked again.
And here's another break. Here's Yzerman up with Kozlov waiting for him. Yzerman into Kozlov off a stick. Fetisov up there on the hunt. Iginla to Fleury. He had nobody to give it to in the Red Wings. Here's Kozlov on a break if it could come to him, but before it got to him, it went across to Yzerman. And dipsy doodling inside the Calgary zone. Yzerman cross ice, spots Gilchrist in front for Koser and just out of his reach. Just as the second period comes to a close, the Red Wings nearly closed it just as they opened it with an Lapointe. 36 seconds into the second period. 2 power play goals, and on the strength of that, it's Detroit kicking off this third period with a 2-0 lead on the Flames. Calgary is 0-3-1 their last 4 meetings here with the Red Wings. As it's sent down the ice for icing. And the Flames have had a tough time too opening up seasons. Their last 15 openers, home or away, they're 1-11-3.
I thought Shanahan had a pretty good whack of power play goals last year.
He did. He had 20.
Yeah, there you go.
20 of his 47, and he had 2 shorthanded. One of those came with Hartford.
Yeah, he was. I knew that he was close to tying that record that Cicerelli and I have got at 21. So, and I think he had 20 with 3 or 4 games left to play. He went dry after that.
That's Marty Murray wearing that facial protection. The little guy, 5'9", but he's feisty. Osgood around to Shanahan, whacked at it. James Patrick was moving in on the play. And now come the Red Wings. Here's Lapointe. Left wing side. Lapointe stopped short. Back to Murphy. Oh, tried to feed one across to Shanahan, but Patrick got back to block it. And Murphy back at center for Lidstrom. Quickly to Brendan Shanahan.
Yeah, that's the kind of play right there. That kind of stuff that Calgary just doesn't have. Those quick snap, crisp passes up the middle. Guys wide open, right on the tape. They don't have to break stride. They go for a line change, get the dump in. Everything's as designed.
Lidstrom sure snaps those passes quickly, doesn't he?
He's something else.
Another one who does it well. It'll just take time till he gets comfortable is Anders Eriksson. He's not in the lineup tonight.
Always get that puck to the head man and then follow it up with a return pass.
Ward right off the draw. Tabaracci plays it ahead for Dingman. His pass cut off by the back checking of Yzerman. Aaron Ward off the skate of Kozlov. Dingman whacks at it off the boards. Rouse held it in though. Yzerman, Red Wings captain into McCarty. Took a whack at it, but it was blocked. Yzerman still on it. Knocked down, and out it comes to Michael Nylander. Into the right wing corner, he sends it. Marty McInnes up on the forecheck. Nylander has control of the puck. McInnes too well covered though.
Look at that. 3 Red Wings in back of the net on that play to cover it up.
Aaron Ward stayed right with them. Flipped up into the Flames bench, so a stoppage in play. We played 2 minutes 3 seconds here in the third.
You know, it's one thing for a coach to have a game plan. That's all well and good, but boy, players have to execute, and that's the reason Detroit has been so good defensively the last couple of years. Is they bought into the system, they execute well, they believe in it. Because if you don't believe in it, you're just not going to give it 100%. But look, here comes Yzerman back there. 2 guys take the body, 3rd man takes the puck, the easy tip. Yzerman breaks back up for return pass. I mean, it just works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And these guys buy in and execute it 100%.
You say execute. How many coaches, when their teams don't do it, they say, what about your execution? And the coach says, I'm in favor of it.
Yeah.
That shot off the stick of Bejan, handled easily by Osgood. Hang on for a face-off.
Well, with all the hoopla and the hullabaloo in the newspapers here yesterday with the 2 big guys, Peluso and McCarthy, on the front page of the Calgary Sun, you'd think they'd want to get something. They're going to do their best to get something going to justify that front page activity. Good collision there with Bejan and Pusher, or Peluso rather. And Bejan with the easy shot for Osgood to handle.
Mike Peluso in his career, 38 goals, 1,838 penalty minutes.
Closer out there now.
Looking for something, anything. Peluso tried to knock one back for the other 1-2 punch. Sandy McCarthy. And Peluso pumping with Gilchrist. And Bejan is offside as the Flames. McCarthy sent a pass across to him at the Detroit blue line. This time last year, Joey Kocur was out of work.
Yeah, he was a Stanley Cup winner in New York a couple of years ago. And went to Vancouver late in the season a year ago. And then was out of hockey at the start of last year. Signed by the Red Wings in December. Skating with the Red Wing alumni. Had a bad shoulder here through training camp, but Probert Coaster were riding shotgun for Red Wing players there in the late 80s. That's offside. Boy, they embarrassed a lot of people. Kept everybody honest.
Yeah, those two, you talk about the 1-2 punch in the duo heavyweights. Ray and May in Buffalo, Berube and Simon in Washington, Ojic and Brashear in Vancouver. That's what the Flames are trying, and yet the Wings have so many that can do it.
Well, they're not intimidated by it. And again, great to have it, but skill and smarts are what make you a good hockey team.
Pass ahead to LaPointe, tape to tape, in alone. And Tabaracci stopped it, didn't know where it was, but it stayed out.
What a play, though.
Oh, are they passing well tonight?
That's outside. Was that Lidstrom again? Up to LaPointe, right at the blue line. Great scoring chance. Tabaracci sharp again. We'll be back. 2-0 Detroit, third period early. Well, Nicholas Lidstrom once again, boy, head up, handling the puck. Look at that pass. Threads the needle right up the middle. LaPointe behind the defense. Hits Tabaracci in the right shoulder. He doesn't know where it is. It lays right there. And wouldn't you know it, the timekeeper must have been out for a coffee. He didn't even give him a shot on goal for that.
You know, we're just talking about his crisp passing, and he showed us what we were talking about.
He's got marvelous, marvelous hands, that man.
And a lot of teams will be gunning for Nicholas Lidstrom this season, trying to lay on the body, but he'll handle it.
There's none better. I'm going to tell you right now, in this game, 26 teams, there's not a better defenseman, both offensively and defensively combined. This will be icing. Brian Leetch is great offensively, and he gets a lot of the press out of New York. But Tim, what do you got downstairs?
I tell you what, now I'm sitting with the Osgood family. This is Chris's brother, Mitch. And Mitch, you put some shots on Chris during the summer just to keep him crisp and ready to go?
No, I didn't work him out at all. He just kept in shape over the summer by himself. I had nothing to do with it.
Well, your brother's playing a nice game tonight.
Yeah, he's playing pretty good. Not too many shots, but a couple quality saves. So hopefully he can keep this up, get the shutout tonight.
As his brother, do you notice a little change in Chris's demeanor? I seem to notice him a little more confident, a little more relaxed, a little more ready to go, I guess, this year.
Yeah, he's happy to be the #1 this year. He was saying that, yeah, he's happy. Like he liked Mike and everything, but he's happy to be #1, get the chance to start.
All right, well, he's playing awfully well tonight. Quickly over to Mom. Mom, how about son tonight?
Great. Always great.
He's playing very well.
Yes, he has. I thought he's done a good job so far.
All right, there you have it. The Osgood family feeling good. Chris is perfect tonight. Red Wings lead it 2-0.
All right, Tim and his dad John was teaching today, and what a save that is. Just with the family looking on, he just did it for him to see. His dad John teaching up in Edmonton, so he'll be there for the game on Friday.
Well, the Wizard's been the Wizard, that's for sure. He's got the new haircut going. Pretty close to the scalp on top and underneath that helmet. Right off the faceoff, Red Wings give up one of the few scoring chances to Calgary.
Chris will turn 25 in November. We mentioned win tonight will be the 100th of his career, and many more to come this season with a lot of playing time. He and Mike Vernon were very close friends last season.
For tonight, Edmonton's in San Jose leading 1-0. They didn't get starting goalers. See if Vernon's starting out there.
That hit a loose stick. Osgood had it take a weird bounce with that stick combined as Rouse lost his. Almost went in. Here's Nylander. That's knocked away. Good positional play by Ward to keep that away from the front of his net. Now Bob Rouse behind Gilchrist. Still good chase to get it and clears it back into Calgary territory. No icing as Tommy Albaline, 33-year-old, came over in the Phil Housley deal back of the net. Koser kicked it ahead. Puck left in the corner. Derek Morris, the rookie, ahead to another one. Chris Dingman. He couldn't clear. There's Koser. Knock it in as Joe Koser heads to the bench in a line change. Flames just backhand one out to an open wing. Darren McCarty will send it right back. Morris off the boards again. No white sweater there. This will be offside as McCarty touches the puck. So stoppage and play with 15:28 to go in the third period.
Young Morris just caught the puck up. Number 53 for Calgary. That's youth and inexperience. And you're going to have to learn that. But unfortunately, at this level, boy, you better learn fast or you don't get second and third chances. It's too big a business.
And with a guy like Derek Morris, the Flames really only have 10 games to see him or have to keep him all season. We'll have to send him back to junior. Big scorer with Regina, 75 points last season for Derek Morris, an offensive defenseman. Tisov couldn't get it out. Now it rolled out across the line. Stillman will rifle one back in. Oh, and Osgood flexing. Got that left skate out to make the save. McCarty stopped by Simpson. Centered in front. Titov. Oh, and Osgood made another great save. Castles into Titov, and Osgood was right there to stop him. Stillman ahead for Castles. Tried the return feed. He gets it. Pusher pushes that puck back in the net. Stillman still on it. Castles behind the goal. Can't center. Now he does. Simpson shot. Blocked in front. Osgood the save. But Tisov cleared it to Kozlov. Look out. Here's Yzerman. And the pass just knocked down before Kozlov could get it to him.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He just flipped it in the stands about 25 rows up. And Calgary's going to complain. That's twice Koharski, I think. Yeah, he'll let it go. And then Castles go earlier, and there he lets Kozlov go. I'm surprised he has. So Osgood makes back-to-back sparkling saves. Point blank on that one. This one kind of a bouncer over to his left side off his shoulder. And good defensive play there by Fetisov to stop Calgary from whacking it in the open side.
Well, saves like that, you know why Osgood has a .723 win percentage. Because when a game is close, he'll come up with the big stop you need. Hulse touches that, so we'll have an icing against the Red Wings. This is the first of a 4-game homestand for Calgary. Lapointe assisting on the Brendan Shanahan power play goal from Nicholas Lidstrom at the start of the second period. This is the first period of this game where the Red Wings haven't scored a goal in the first few minutes of a period. Baron Fleury, number 14 at center. Aginla, number 12 on his left. Marty Murray, number 28 on his right. Fleury with help from Murray. Back to Simpson at the point. Backhands one through. Osgood sees that. And then pounces on that rebound.
Well, the Flames picked it up a little bit. Detroit has not been as tenacious defensively here. And the Flames have taken advantage of that. They've got 3 or 4 quality scoring chances here in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
They've outshot Detroit 5-1 here in the third.
A 55-foot backhander, but you never know, boy. Osgood played that one off the shoulder. Shanahan quickly to nullify his counterpart, number 14, Fleury.
Here comes Shanahan, right wing side, shooting, and that missed the stick side on Tabaracci and Lidstrom. Takes that puck at center. Larionov turning with it, his cross-ice pass intercepted by Marty Murray, who's accelerating through center for Calgary. Flipping one in. Larry Murphy held him up a little bit. Murray went after it, but Matthew Dandino on the left wing side. Got it ahead for Larionov. Up with Lapointe. Lapointe shot, that was blocked. Lapointe on it again. Back in the goal, Patrick knocks it around the boards. The Red Wings making a change, so Calgary with some room. Simpson. Pass in for Aginla, but that's offside at the Red Wing blue line.
The Flames have now outshot Detroit 21-14. I don't know how much I put into the 14 shots Detroit's gotten because they didn't even give Lapointe a shot on the last breakaway. So obviously that's not a true shot total. But of the 14 they've been given credit for, certainly Detroit's had a good number of quality chances.
Brown, Dandino, and Knuble up front for the Red Wings. Aaron Ward, long shot off the high glass. Dandino using that speed to get on that puck quickly. Took a swipe at it. It comes to Dingman. Out to Nylander. They'll turn back for Calgary. Dandino bumped into him. Nylander will try again. And the Flames will carry out. Zalapski trying to get through Ward. But Dingman rather, was in ahead of the playoff side. 12:59 to go in the third. It's Detroit leading Calgary 2-0 on opening night. Dingman hit hard by Jamie Pusher, who didn't let him get past along the boards. Fetisov muscling for that puck. Nylander comes up with it, and Osgood's there to make the save. One of the few times tonight in their own zone, Vic, that the Flames have actually muscled a wing off the puck.
Fetisov got caught from behind in the left corner, stripped him of the puck, and Nylander came in the middle and really didn't get as good a scoring chance as he should have gotten because Pusher backed up. There was Pusher trying to hit the 247-pound battleship Dingman. Attempt to try to draw a penalty.
Gilchrist on McInnes got the stick up.
Yeah. And here's Nylander. See up the middle. He's got to walk to the net on that. He let it go outside the hash marks. And that was good. Very easily. Just down and up, played it off the chest.
Andrew Castles at center. Titov on his right. Corey Stillman on his left. Yzerman, Kozlov, McCarty up front for Detroit. Theron Fleury at this point maybe a little tired of the first game. Spent last night in hospital trying to get some fluids into him. He's bothered by the flu and the stiff neck. So Theron Fleury's ailing a little bit tonight for the Flames. Morris's shot from the point, that was knocked down. Kozlov will clear it out and into the penalty box, so another stoppage in play. Nicholas Lidstrom, 57 points last season, 4th on the team and 3rd among National Hockey League defensemen. He must log about 25 minutes a game.
Easy. And of course, the absence of Vladimir Konstantinov this year, you get more. Just don't replace a guy like number 16.
Albeling. Around the board, Castles. He stopped, came back to the net. Stillman. Castles picks up the loose puck, back to the point. Albeling shot through, deflected. Didn't get through to Osgood. Titov tipped it, and Stillman couldn't direct it toward the goal. Rolls back into the Calgary zone. Cataraccio played around to negate that icing. Titov, look out! Oh, Gunning. Kozlov could have laid him on a pair of 13s. Here's Andrew Castles. He can't get anywhere, stopped in his tracks by Bob Rouse. Kozlov took the feed out from underneath Stillman. McCarty tying up Titov. Puck still free now. McCarty has it, spots an opening and clears it out to center. Larionov backing up Patrick. He just fired into his own bench. And at the Flames ducking. 11:29 to go in the third period. Still 2-0 Detroit on the strength of 2 power play goals from Brown, and now Shanahan getting credit for the second one.
You get a sheet there for 2 periods of play?
Yep, right here.
Detroit, 13 shots.
Detroit after 2, 13.
Yeah, they've given them 1 here in the third. Flames had 16 going in. We've got 6 already, 6-1. 8.5 in. But it's 2-0 on the scoreboard for Detroit, who will tee it up Friday night against the Edmonton Oilers, and then the next game is next Wednesday night, 1 week from tonight, right here on UPN 50, the home opener.
Edstrom stopped it in for Larionov. Of course, don't forget the pregame show at 7 o'clock, and I guess with everything that's taking place, it will be a much later than 7:35 puck drop from a week tonight. In across the line, there's Fleury. Fleury with it, shooting. That was blocked, and Shanahan got that, and yeah, he's limping.
That hurts. Got him on the foot.
So Shanahan heads right to the Red Wings bench. Bejan couldn't get anywhere. The point sent one through, would have been offside, and Jerome McGinley turns up ice for Calgary. He stopped. Murphy. He'll just clear. Zalapski knocked it back in on the delayed offside, and Murphy lets him touch it.
Ryan Sutter mixing his lines up a little bit now. Again, a little Fleury and Bejan. Anything to try to get it going offensively. Get a little bit of gas here in the early third period. That's been about all she wrote.
You don't want to be in the room anytime when you lose. You're a Brian Sutter coach team.
Well, Murphy's saying there, why is this faceoff not on the other end of the ice? They touched it purposely. Call it like it's supposed to be called, and never mind the baloney. It's a regular season, not the preseason. Come on.
Look at Brian. He's in mid-season form, first game. A demanding coach, but nothing more than he demanded of himself throughout his playing career. Dandino. Good job in there, but missed the puck. Body had it to negate the icing, and it just went through him, and his stick lifted, went through his skate. So now the faceoff will come back into Detroit territory. Dandino, just 21 years old. His 100th NHL game he's playing tonight.
Shanahan in the background. He looks like he's okay after blocking that shot off the foot. Detroit forwards, much like Steve Yzerman, has led the way with it, blocking shots in all kinds of situations.
Steve Yzerman is blocking shots in preseason.
Yeah.
So Nylander and Draper on the draw. Draper wins it back for Jamie Pusher. Around for Brent Gilchrist, just tips it out to center. Cale Hulse to Zarley Zalapski. Nylander turns back. Nylander skating through center, gathering speed, gets a shot in, but once again Osgood sees that, will clear it out and down all by himself. But this will be icing as Zalapski's back to get it.
No, he gambled a little bit and got the same result. If he holds it, he gets a face-off to his left. He iced it, and he's still going to have a face-off to his left. Downstairs, Tim, where are you with an old friend?
I tell you what do you think of the Red Wings?
Well, I think they're awesome in means of they just they don't have Fedorov tonight. We all know what happened after the Stanley Cup, and Konstantinov will be dearly missed. But tremendous character. They play smart. They don't get excited for anything. They don't make. And Osgood's been awfully good. He didn't have many chances, but when he had to make the big save, he made it.
All right, Jacques, thank you. We took a long walk through here, and you were gracious enough to come down here. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All right, gentlemen, Jacques Demers, back to you.
Thank you, Tim. Well, Jacques Demers is one of the most gracious men and certainly loves number 19 out there on the ice now for Detroit, Steve Yzerman. Of course, Demers was some great years in Detroit. Montreal winning the Stanley Cup back in '93. Good character. Oh, yeah. Derek Morris has that puck centered in front. Comes over to an open wing. Fleury. He's bumped. Todd Simpson at the point. Wanted to send one into Fleury. He did. Looking for that puck. Here's Nylander on it quickly. Lidstrom forcing Nylander wide. Back to the point. Patrick shot bounces down. Can they find it? Puck is loose and all red sweaters on that puck in front. McCarty knows his team wants a change and will send Calgary back.
They're going to try to put this one in the books, really, with 8.5 to go. They're up by 2. There'll be no gambling, and don't give them anything at all. Make them work for everything they're going to get.
McCarthy and Peluso look out. McCarthy in after that puck. Back to the point. The Patrick shot deflected in front. Peluso and Ward, two heavyweights, roughing it up in front. And Brown over there to help out Ward. Dug free by Peluso. His shot. That went wide of the net. On it now, Simpson. In deep, Knuble rubs him into the end boards. Brown around to the far side as Aaron Ward goes after him. He'll send it out and down, and icing waved off, and Ward just missed that hit from Peluso.
Peluso took a run at Ward and got the worst of it because Ward saw him coming, got the shoulder in him and knocked him flying like a spinning top into the corner. Pretty good shift, though, for Peluso McCarthy. Good hustle, created some chances.
Here's Fetisov. His cross-ice pass knocked down by Stillman. 7:40 to go, third period here in Calgary. Here's Jerome McGinley. Shooting star! Calgary trailing by 1.
Well, that last Shiv may have set that up. Some good hustle by the Flames, and Iginla with a blast from about 45 to 50 feet on an angle. Beats Osgood on the short side. I don't think it hit Pusher. He just plain beat him with a blast. And they're within one good shot of tying this game.
21 goals last season for Iginla. Played all 82 games, had 50 points, led all rookies in the National Hockey League, but was second to the great defenseman, or will be great, Brian Berard for Calder Trophy from the island. So Iginla gets the first goal of the season for the Flames, and it was a long time coming. 12:26, the time of the goal. Third period, Iginla from Stillman and Hulse. Here are the Flames looking to tie it up. Puck back in the net. Alvaline knocked it down. LaPointe on him. Larionov digging for it. Can't clear. Now Pusher moves it up. Stillman knocked down LaPointe. That got a rise out of the crowd. Here's Shanahan. Left wing side on the rookie Morris, who slapped it away from him. LaPointe, when charging into Morris, gave his helmet a rub.
Detroit's going to have to bust their butts now. A two-line pass because it's big difference. One goal or two. It's now 2-1 Detroit. Back in a moment. 6:53 left. Now the former crash liner Peluso from New Jersey takes a run at Ward. He saw him coming and I didn't get ready for that. But a good shift for McCarthy, and Peluso maybe had something to do with the goal by Iginla, and we got a game. It's 2-1.
Shots 9-1 here in the third, favoring Calgary. Sent in deep by Zalapski. Here's McCarthy, back of the net, Fleury in front, and he couldn't come over onto his backhand to get it.
Here's Sutter goes with McCarthy, Peluso, and Fleury up the middle.
Sent in by Gilchrist. Draper up front. Tabaracci into the corner for Hulse. He'll leave it back in the net for Zari Zalapski. Played just 2 games last season due to injury. I told you off the top, both he and Patrick were hurting, and Flames need the presence of those 2 veterans. That pass behind Eiserman. This will be icing as Zalapski rather gets his stick in there. So the face-off back into the Detroit zone. With 5:59 to go in the third.
Red Wings will bolt out of here immediately after the game and head for Edmonton. An off day tomorrow. And the Oilers on Friday night, who are in San Jose tonight, leading still 1-0. And then the all-night flight back to Detroit. A couple days off, and Wednesday night home opener. And it took 42 years to get the cup back to Detroit, so they're going to enjoy every second of it on Wednesday with former Wings, expecting Delvecchio, Lindsay, Howe, maybe hopefully Sid Abel, part of the pregame show.
And the guy at center, Steve Eiserman, just 24 just shy of passing Alex Delvecchio, the Wings all-time assists. Back of the goal, it goes to Rouse. Whacks one past Nylander to the line, held in by Zalapski. His shot handled easily by Osgood, and he'll just hang on, settle things down with 5:35 to go in the third. Up by 1 is Detroit.
And continue to work hard, and all of a sudden Detroit's having problems clearing the zone. They cleared it easily for 40 minutes. Veteran players happy to get the season underway. They played 5 exhibition games in 6 nights, and they felt that was too much. A lot of guys played 3 in 3 nights. And we're talking to coaches. We're talking about not having enough time to work at practice and training camp, the system and stuff like that. A couple new guys with Knuble and Gilchrist, Erickson.
They're not going to have a lot of time this season, Mickey, the way things are.
Well, no, they're going to play 41 games in the first 3 months until Christmas time. Then you get that strange 20-day break for the Olympics and the All-Star break 5 days just before that. And
LaPointe, tape to Larionov, up with Shanahan. Larionov drops for Shanahan from his skate to his stick, but Castles intercepts to Fleury. Leaves it at center to the on-rushing T-Top. Trying to split the seam. Castles, Fleury shooting, and that shot deflected wide. Murphy to Shanahan. Castles in on the block. Patrick giving chase. The point on him. Into Fleury it goes. Flames trying to tie up this game, applying all sorts of pressure. And Osgood making like that leaping center fielder, gets in amongst a few. So hold on for the faceoff. With 5:01 to go.
Back there.
Here in the third period. Game's down this way. Face off to the left of Osgood. Aginla on the draw against Draper, who won it cleanly. Fetisov around for Pusher. Nylander on him. And sent back out to center. Morris gave it away. Here's Gilchrist in the clear. And Tabaracci got over. Gilchrist just a little too wide. Now here's a chance for Brown. His shot. Right in.
Oh, my. Flames give it away in their own zone. Gilchrist, one on the goaltender. Takes it lick from Morris, I believe it was. And short side saved by Tabaracci. And then right behind that, they give it away again. And Draper gets the intercept up the middle. After Brown's shot was deflected, here comes Draper all alone, trying to go top shelf. Tabaracci, a spectacular stop there.
So terrific saves. They don't miss Trevor Kidd so far. Kozlov. Ward shot. Knocked down. Tabaracci will move it ahead to T-Top. Here come the Flames looking for the equalizer with under 4.5 to go. Zalapski, his shot. Handled by Osgood. And again, Chris Osgood settled things down and take the face-off.
Well, they finally come to life here at the Saddle Dome. There are some empty seats, but there's 17,000 plus. They put a lot of money into this building the last couple of years. Put in some private suites and different setup here. And
this is one of the few buildings in the league, because of the Olympics here in '88, that has the ability to expand out to Olympic-size ice if need be.
One of the biggest differences in the ice surfaces is the width at 100 feet rather than 85. That's what really gives you that room, and it changes your game plan. You can't chase guys around because if they're skilled players, they leave you hanging in the corner.
Well, and that's a big decision for the Olympic teams coming up.
Equipment.
Ooh, that shot just over top of the net. And of course, the Canada and the U.S. will select teams by December 1st.
Well, it's a different game, and you got to be aware of it and play a lot smarter, boy.
Todd Simpson will carry out Eisenman up on the forecheck. Gets it off to Patrick. Up to T-Top. McCarty draped all over him, and the puck came out across the line as the Flames thought they held it in. But no, says Don Henderson, the linesman. So the face-off back at the center ice area. Rick Tabaracci has sparkled tonight when he's had to. The Wings have put 17 shots his way, and Osgood has made some terrific stops as well. Calgary's fired 25 at him.
Imagine the ballots are in. Tabaracci is going to be the #1 star in the building tonight.
So far, yeah.
I mean, I still think Detroit's had more than 17 shots on them, but of the 17, my goodness, they've got to have 10 real good quality scoring teams.
Here a giveaway inside the line. Simpson's shot goes into the corner. Here's Fleury on it. Darren Fleury circles the net, tries the wraparound in front, but Gilchrist is there. He'll use the boards. Not out. Patrick held that puck in. Taken by Castles. Gets a bit of a hook from Gilchrist, and on the second attempt, he'll make sure the puck rolls back into the Calgary zone. Flames, Wings, both changing. 3:20 to go. Third period at the Saddle Dome. 2-1 Detroit. Peluso fighting for it with Lapointe. Knocked down at the line. Nice play by Sandy McCarthy to hold it in. Simpson's logging a lot of ice time. Osgood got his signals crossed along with Aaron Ward. Ward then punches his man into the end boards as Nylander really took a belt from Aaron Ward. Nylander and Ward going after it again. Ward, then he's bumped into his Peluso, took a jump off his skates to hit him. Aaron Ward's lost his helmet on that bit of a charge from Peluso. He goes off. And Zalapski. The veteran legs to McCarthy from his skate to his stick. Sends it in deep. Stillman in a foot race along with Kosar. Stillman kicking that puck ahead into the high spots where Iginla couldn't control that puck. And getting
Kozlov.
back was Zalapsky. Kozlov
him.
still
Look at
persists on that puck. Nice work. Murray tried to move it ahead to Stillman. That was a no-go, and Tabaraccio fired around the boards for Jerome Iginla. 2:10 to go, third period. At center, Marty Murray stopped in his tracks by Draper. Then Gilchrist knocks it into the Calgary bench for a stoppage in play.
You know, the Red Wings have only been given credit for 17 shots. He's been in, or it would be, this game would have been over a long time ago. Defensive player of the game brought to you by Miller, the official beer sponsor of the Red Wings.
Well, only 17 shots, but maybe 16 good scoring chances. Steve Yzerman against Marty Murray on the draw.
Not an icing there, but we'll be watching now. Inside 2 minutes, Tabaraccio will be looking for the high sign from the bench to get his butt over there and get a sixth skater with a 2-1 game.
Here's Iginla in a race with Gilchrist, who blocked him out of the play. There's a giveaway inside. Center through as Ward didn't clear. Scott Bowman won't be happy with plays like that. With about a buck and a half to go.
You don't go up the middle, boy, when you're in your own zone. You got to go to the boards. Darren McCarty talking to Ward right now. He's probably telling him exactly that. Don't go up the middle, Darren. Go to the boards and make sure, even at the expense of an icing, make sure you bank it out. See, Gilchrist on that left interfered with Iginla. See, right up the middle, he's going for Yzerman, or for McCarty, really. And right on the stick of a flame. So, again, comes with experience.
He knows. He knows. Not happy with himself.
Part of the game. You got to make mistakes to learn. You just hope you don't make those mistakes too many times. If you don't, Darren Ward, you're going to be in the NHL a long time. He's got a big heart, that kid. Comes to play every night. He just needs to get more experience. That's it. What a team to get it on.
Gilchrist, Yzerman, McCarty right off the draw. Patrick's shot deflected off the high glass wide of the net. Big Chris Dingman out there for the Calgary Flames. Probably put his body in front of Calgary. Can get that puck in close and some shots from the point. Here's a giveaway. McCarty's long shot kicked away by a flexing Tabaraccio.
Tabaracci's got to be coming any time now that the Flames get control and possession over center right.
Here comes Yzerman. Puts on the brakes. Waiting back to Murphy. His shot. Tabaraccio saw that. Doesn't want to face off in his own zone. He'll settle it for Nylander.
Gonna go now. They get it up though.
He's looking out. Want that puck down. Zalapsky, Dingman.
There it is.
Backhand one in.
He's still standing there. Do you believe this? What's going on?
Flames have it. Tabaraccio not out of the net yet. Lidstrom knocks it far boards. Down Tabaraccio goes. Why did they wait so long? Doubles it up.
Okay, there it is.
Here it is. Shanahan to the point.
Game over.
It's 3-1 Detroit with 37 seconds to go. Red Wings ice it. On the verge of win one to kick off the 97-98 season.
Strange kind of a play. Tabaraccio just not getting to the bench. He wanted to go, but I think he didn't get the sign. By the time he went, it was too late. Look at him. He's calling. When do you want me? Do you want me?
By now the puck's in the Detroit zone, man.
Yeah, I know. They dumped it in, and this is not slow motion. It's real time that we're showing it to you. Finally he goes, but came around the left boards, and it was too late for that sixth skater to get there. Shanahan to Lapointe, and Lapointe gets an easy one. He deserves that. He was stopped on a point-blank stop by Tabaraccio early in this hockey game, and the Red Wings will open this year with a win here in Calgary.
Point had 16 goals last season, and his first of this campaign. The point from Shanahan at 19:23 is the scoring play to make it 3-1 Detroit. Now at center, Nylander stopped in his tracks by Draper. Rouse up there. Draper just tying up his man, and the Detroit Red Wings With 1 second left,
Doug
we'll
Brown.
have to drop the puck.
Doug Brown was hurt away from the play and
He's going off quickly right to the
sure is.
Red Wings dressing room. We hope that's not serious.
There was a pileup there at center ice with about 3 or 4 guys, and I think maybe we've got it. Let's see what happened. There's Brown at the top of your screen. There's a stick. Oh, wow. Nylander accidentally clips Brown on the right side of the head below the helmet, I think. I believe Brown was cut and immediately went to the dressing room.
So the game is now officially over. The Detroit Red Wings kick off the